Welcome to another episode of One Question, where here at Open Doors we ask many artists the same question and then compile their answers together. For a woman in music, does talent and hard work equal success? We discuss this with local singer-songwriters by asking them this one question. Do you think women in music are taken seriously?
I think women are taken seriously in the industry. I think there are women who are not taken seriously in the industry. I think it is harder for us to be taken seriously in the industry, for sure.
Women have a lot of societal pressures put on them on a regular basis, and I feel like they struggle on a just daily basis to be taken seriously for everything really they do, and they strive to be taken seriously. So, but I don't think that they're not taken seriously, but I think that they put a lot of pressure on themselves because we need to do so much more to be taken seriously, it seems, than men do.
Sometimes women in music are taken seriously, but they really have to prove themselves over and over and over again.
Women in the music industry, I think, aren't taken seriously unless they are like begging for it. You know what I mean? Like begging to be taken seriously, or like pushing, like, for example, when anyone mentions Billie Eilish, you know, the sort of thing that she does, she wears baggy clothes because she doesn't want to be sexualized. She's trying to move away from that. And I think that you shouldn't have to do that. Do you know what I mean? So that's the only way she feels like she's going to be taken seriously.
You know, mainstream, quote unquote mainstream music, I think for many years, I mean, I grew up in the 80s, right? There's nothing more sexualized than the rock music video of the 80s, you know, like where women were objectified, really, and like it was like there were fabulous women artists that came out of that era, but the hyper-sexualization of rock videos and like the 80s and 90s hair bands and like, you know, and how men treated women through that era, like that was sort of like my formative years. So it's a weird way to kind of look back at it and see, oh my God, when you watch like old videos, old Van Halen videos or something, you're like, Jesus, no wonder, you know, we get treated the way we do.
That's not a whole lot different from other things in life where women lawyers have to be better. Women, everybody has to do a better job because they're up against men.
In any role, anywheres, especially a public role, oftentimes, you know, stereotypes such as, you know, the value we have given to women's appearance and what they look like, I think that tends to overshadow sometimes and get in the way of what their role is and their talent as an individual, as a person, regardless of their gender or their sex.
I can think of you know, times when it's kind of like a joke, oh, you're a girl, so you can't, you know, I'll do that for you, you're a girl. And that's in every part of life, right?
It hasn't really happened to me, but I've heard about female musicians going into a gig and there'll be other males there, whether there's sound people or another musician, and they'll assume that the female doesn't know how to use the sound equipment at all.
During sound checks, I mean, something's not working, well, they're not going to ask the girl to fix the problem.
I've been in situations where people fix the mic for me and are trying to set me up and are trying to make sure that they're doing everything for me because I couldn't possibly do it myself. And it's like, I like it this way, you know?
I work with people that are more senior than I am. I've been very lucky to work with people 10, 20, 30 years older than I am. So I've heard stories of what it's like, or what it was like, to become a musician, to become an artist. I can't say that it's been harder for me or anybody that I know that is a female. I think times are changing, and whoever puts the work in, they get it.
I think that It's getting better. I think that there are more women who are supporting other women to get up through the system, and that's definitely going to make a difference, because if women support women, then they will come out to their performances, and then their careers get boosted by women, and then the men go, oh yeah, that was okay too. You know, so that's what has to happen.
And life's like a running mill, it's always gone, never still, it's just a loud memory. And that's all you have to keep. But time can have you cry.